I'm Daniel J, and you're watching JayeSpotTV. Make sure you subscribe to this channel, like this video, and leave a comment down below so that I know what you guys think. If you want to follow me on Twitter or Instagram, you can do so by following me at Daniel J.
I see you walking by, and I can't seem to decide exactly what I will say. Notice how you stroll, making me wanna know more, and I really want you to stay. Won't you just talk to me, baby? You know that you drive me crazy. I know what you're thinking, but girl, I'll explain. I might be a player, but with you
So we got a lot to get into. I have several shows that I want to review on this video, and if you notice, the background is kind of dark, it's kind of sexy, it's my nighttime look. I just didn't feel like doing a whole bunch of bright lights. I just wanted to be kind of calming and serene for my space, okay? Anywho, Basketball Wives, baby, honey, child, I fell asleep on the season premiere, and I damn near fell asleep on this last episode. Y'all all know that I am a huge Basketball Wives fan, but I'm not getting it. This season just came out way too late. It's tardy, okay? It is just like Kim Zolciak, baby, it's tardy. It's late, and it's not up to par. It's not up to snuff. This whole Evelyn and Chad Ochocinco, I thought we were over this. This is like so 2012. Like, I'm done. Had this come out when it was supposed to come out, when Love and Hip Hop Atlanta was on, which was the original time slot for Basketball Wives, but they pushed it back. I think the storylines would have been a little bit more relevant, but right now it just feels stale. I'm really over Evelyn crying almost every other scene about Chad Ochocinco. It's done. It's over. We don't care at this point. Like, I know that that's her life, baby, and I'm not taking anything away from you. You went through it. It was painful. But hell, I'm sure she over it. I'm sure she don't feel that way no more. I'm sure she's sick and tired of looking at herself cry on camera, because I know I am. I was hoping that once Tasha got on the show that it would kind of shift and that it would pick up, and it did. Like, I have to say that it did. As far as Evelyn is concerned, I really want her to get her swag back. Like, I don't know what's happening. I'm waiting for them to show her, like, back to her old self and just kind of uppy and doing her thing. But it is what it is at this point. I do find it awkward that we're spinning this whole Chad Ochocinco thing as well as the death of her brother-in-law. I know that she was very close to her brother-in-law, but it's like, she's crying almost every other scene and is going back and forth. Oh, I just miss Chad. I want things to be the way that they were. Oh, my brother-in-law, I miss him. And I'm like, he wasn't your husband. Like, I know that you were please go with me when I say this. I know that they were close, and I know that any death of someone close to you is gonna hit you hard. But I'm like, shouldn't the whole Anthony storyline be more reserved for your sister? Like, shouldn't we kind of feel more bad that your sister lost her husband to cancer rather than you losing your brother-in-law? Like, I don't really know how to feel about that, because I know that she's sad. I know that they were close, but that's kind of like, if your sister was on the show, that would be her storyline. All in all, I just want Evelyn to get back on the ball. I want her to get her business in order, and I want to see a whole brand new Evelyn pass this whole divorce 6 stitches because you got headbutted thing. Tammy, baby, you already know I'm Team Tammy all the way. Tammy has been giving me life. I did not agree with that BS crap advice she gave to Evelyn, talking about everybody deserves a second chance. But no. If somebody headbutts you 2 months after you've been married and they give you 6 stitches, that's not somebody that I would say, let's get back together. However, I understood what she was saying. I understood that she was trying to be like, you know, you have to give people the opportunity to be forgiven. You have to forgive. You have to allow them to grow. You have to talk to him. You have to find closure. You have to get to a point where you two are both okay with wherever it is you are. But I don't agree with going back with him. No, that was, I don't know if that was because she's on the rebound because she was just out of a relationship, because in episode 1 she was talking to Shani about how she's no longer with her dude. I don't know what the hell that was about. But Tammy, I need you to get that together. And I gives a damn about what you talked about Chris Brown and Rihanna. They did get back together, and it was the dumbest thing they could have done. But we live, we learn, and I think that was your point. So moving on. Evelyn meets or introduces the girls to this new chick, Tasha, and Tammy gave me life. She said, I am tired of inducting these women into the Tammy Roman school of this is who the I am. I hollered, and I understood you. I understood where you were coming from. It just gets, sometimes you get tired of letting people know this is who you are and they got a problem with it. And it's like, look, I ain't got no more explanation left in me. You just gonna have to see. And if you mess up, then you mess up. Oh well, you should ask somebody. All in all, Basketball Wives was a bit snory. We get to the part where Tasha wants to throw this meet and greet at her house. It's a dinner. And Tasha to me is very persnickety. Like, she's a shrewd heifer. She is bougie as hell, okay? And Tammy was like, I know that this is a champagne household, but do you have any Bud Light? I hollered, because hell no, she ain't got no Bud Light, but she bought some because she knew that you was gonna drink it. So we get to the table and they talking and whatever not, and apparently Evelyn has written this book that's doing really well. And in the book it talks about a wife whose husband in the athletic field cheated on her with her chef. Things have come out about Tasha's husband that it could be their storyline. And so Tammy and Susie, they go out and have cocktails and kiki, and she's like, maybe you should ask, because I don't want to ask, because if I ask, then it's going to be like, Tammy's coming for you. We already know how that's going to go. And Susie's like, oh yeah, because, you know, I'm always the one that says stupid stuff, so I should always be the one to say it, and I so agree with you. And Tammy's like, yeah, you dumb heifer, yeah, that's why, yeah, it should be you. And I'm sitting there going, Tammy, why you play her? You know she's stupid. She fine, but she's stupid. And I agree. I don't like Susie's new little jaw look. I mean, it looked like I don't know, she looked like a rabbit. Her mouth don't look like it functions properly. It looks like all she can eat is grass and sip water through a straw. I don't like, it's all tight like this, and she talk like, I don't understand. I don't like it either, Tammy. So Susie, I'm gonna need that to either heal up, fix up, or you gonna have to go back and get another surgery, baby, because it ain't working for me. Anywho, Susie agrees to ask about the whole chef thing, and they get to the girls, Tasha's house, and they kiki and they laughing. Tasha's like, you gotta take your shoes off because I don't want my floor dirty, and I'm going, you got this big ass house and you can't afford like a maid to clean. I just feel some kind of way about you asking somebody to take off their shoes when you all dressed up. Your shoes is kind of part of the outfit. So they sitting down at dinner and Tammy's all like, I don't want to break nothing because Miss Bougie might get on my case. And honey, they eating, and Susie says, I know that you don't really know me, and you can tell me to shut up if you totally want to, but is the chef thing real? And Tammy's like, and Tasha's like, well, what do you think? And then we gotta wait till the next episode. See, that's the type of stuff where I know this whole season might be a snore, because when you don't, ain't nothing going on, like ain't nothing happened this entire episode, and we get to the end where we think, oh, we about to get some juice, and we gotta wait till the next episode. Why? Y'all should have been filming something real juicy so that the first 2 episodes was not a cat nap for me. All right, I don't know what you're doing, VH1, but I need you to get that together, because I'm not trying to wait mid-season for some drama to pop off between Shani and Tammy and then be disappointed because that drama is not all that you played it up to be. So I'm just sick and tired of that. Bad Girls Club Miami, just like Basketball Wives, like I'm bored already. Like there's nothing about it that really interests me. Sarah is probably the most poppin'. I like Sarah. I think that Sarah does talk a lot, and it's not so much that she won't back her stuff up, but she's not as forceful as I would like her to be. Like, for you to talk all that mess and for you to always have an opinion, you gotta know when to pop off and say something at the same time. And Sarah likes to pop, like, say stuff, and then she said it, I don't hit nobody first. I've never hit anybody first. And I'm standing there like, girl, you stupid. Like, if somebody was coming up to me and I know they trying to fight, you're not getting in the first lick. Mom and daddy teach you that when you're young, when you're like 5 years old. My mom and daddy was like, you don't let nobody hit you first. If you feel like you're about to get hit, then you knock the hell out of them. But her daddy was a crackhead, and I don't know where her mama was or whatever, so maybe they didn't teach her that. I like Sarah, all in all, I do. Gigi, girl, shut up with this replacement are better. Like, if the replacements were better, the replacements would have been first. You're not better, that's why you're a replacement. That's why someone was chosen before you. So shut that up. Mimi, honey, if you don't get another storyline out of Justin Bieber, So it's what 2 or 3 episodes I think, and she talking about I'm on Twitter and mom, like, what's my Twitter like, and I'm biracial, and Justin Bieber. I'm starting to think that she says she's biracial because she just really don't want to be black. Like, that whole comment she made the last episode that I saw, and she was like, I'm not black, girl, I'm biracial. Girl, you black. You better be like Holly Berry's mama and be like, look, you might be mixed, but the world gonna look at you and say you're black, so deal with it. So that's all I have to say about Bad Girls Club. I mean, there's not really anybody on there that's popping. Like, I haven't seen anything that really interests me. I kind of only watch it in hopes that something good will happen so that I can review it. But outside of that, it's been a snore fest. So, Project Runway. I just started watching Project Runway probably about a season and a half ago. And I actually like this show. Like, it's a really good show. I'm not even going to start doing, like, a real review on that show because it's just too many people to remember their names. And I got time for that. And I got time to remember 24, 50, 11 names. All I know is that the gay black dude that's on there, I think his name is Ken. I don't like him. He always got an attitude. He always got something to say. He always criticizing somebody. And he act like his stuff is just the end all and be all. And I'm like, boo. You are not the only good designer in that room, and I need you to, like, chip off that piece of ice that's on your shoulder because you are not all of that. I don't know. I don't like him. I will say that when he's on his own and he designs his own stuff, it does, he is a good designer. Like, I like his stuff. It's very upscale, very glamour. However, this last thing that he did this past week, it looked like a camouflage red and gray dress with this big old heavy bodice thing. It was not working for him. But I do support Project Runway. I do encourage for you guys to watch Project Runway. I love Heidi Klum. I just like how she's just straightforward with it. She gives her opinion. And who else? Their mentor, Tim Gunn. I enjoy Tim Gunn. I think he's real honest, and he basically looks at them and be like, no, this sucks, no, this is great, keep going. The one thing about this episode, or this season rather, is that Tim Gunn is a little bit more involved. He's not just their mentor. He gets to watch the runway show, and he also has something they call a Tim Gunn save, which means at any point in time in the season, he gets to choose one person to save from elimination. And I think that's a really good idea because he's with them on a more regular basis. He knows kind of what they're going through in the workroom. And so for him to be able to do that when he sees like someone that really deserves to be there, I think is utterly amazing. So kudos to Project Runway. You definitely want to check your local listings for that because it's an awesome show. Love America's Next Top Model. I think that they have allotted a lot of models to really do their thing. This season they're doing the 2.0 guys and girls. The kicker, they're living in the same damn house. So you already know I'm waiting for somebody to pop up and be like, oh, I'm pregnant, okay? Again, I'm not really going to do a review on this show because ain't nobody got time to be remembering all them damn names. I will say that I have some dudes in question as far as, you know, their sexuality, because I think they're lying through their teeth, because you know that's going to be drama. I don't like the fact that even though it is guys and girls, they're all competing against each other. I think that when it comes to men and women, there is no comparison. Like, men are men, women are women. You can't really compare the two. And that's my issue with this particular, the way that they've chose to do this season. I feel like you should have one male winner and you should have one female winner and just have two winners. Because, and I'm sure that y'all probably don't got that type of money. Y'all didn't get those type of investments and sponsors. But hey, that's just my opinion. And if you don't like it, press the dislike button. Whatever. At this stage in the game, we're not talking about like a butt ugly girl and a fine dude, or a fine woman and a butt ugly dude. We're talking about people that you feel have the potential to be really good models. And there's just no comparison. Women have breasts. Breasts are lovely. They have vaginas so that they can wear things that accentuate their body, that accentuate their look. The type of makeup that they can wear, the heels that they can wear. And men, as far as fashion, I know it's fashion, and I know all kinds of designers got all kinds of crazy things. But men don't really have that many options. You either gonna have pants or shorts, and you got shirts and jackets. Like, what? Ain't nothing else outside of that. What? And obviously you have the one, like, the token gay dude that's on there who had to be shaved bald, and he didn't really like it. So being that he's so very thin, they try to make him say, oh, you look really high fashion. No, you look like a cancer patient. I'm just so sorry, because he's so skinny. Like, he's skinny, he's pale, and he's bald. You look like a cancer patient, boo. But you have really nice eyes, and I do agree, this last photo shoot that you did, you looked really, really straight and heterosexual. And the guy judge that's on there, not the one that does the social media, but the other model guy, I don't really know his name, but when he said, you look like a man, and Tyra was like, no, he looks straight. He is a man. I kind of laughed, because I'm sure in his mind, he was like, no, he's a faggot. Just the look on his face when he was like, I don't understand what you're trying to say. He looks like a man in this picture. And Tyra was like, no, he does not look like a man. He is a man. He just looks straight. And I'm like, girl, Tyra, give it up. I've been a little late on the Housewives. I've been kind of falling off. Like, Housewives of New Jersey, at this point, I'm bored, so I don't know. Something like major needs to happen for me to be re-interested in that show. The Housewives of OC, their final part of the reunion was this past week, and it was a really good reunion, I think. This last one had on Vicky's daughter and had on the dude that everybody just cannot stand. And he basically was like, I love you enough to leave you. And she was like, oh my God, I can't let you go. And her daughter was like, why are you crying? This man is disgusting. He's abused you. He has abused me. He's talked about his penis size. And he was like, no, I'm not going to talk about this. I am not going to let you talk about the man that I love. I'm leaving. I'm done with this show. And Andy was like, girl, I signed your checks. Sit down. And Vicky was like, okay, fine. And so her daughter basically made claims that Vicky's dude that she was dating has made sexual innuendo to her, has told her husband in a 45-minute voicemail. Now, this is where it gets a little iffy for me. I don't know no voicemail that allow you to talk 45 damn minutes, okay? 2 minutes, maybe 5 minutes, and then after that, it cut the hell off. At least the people that I call, the voicemails that I get, it ain't going past like 2 minutes. And the people that have left me messages or that have like called me and thought they turned it off and they didn't, and it kind of records, you keep recording, it's only been like 4 minutes at the most. So this 45 minutes voicemail message, I need to know what the hell plan she got, because I don't know about that. But anyway, she says, Vicky's daughter says that he left a voicemail on there to her husband, basically telling her husband, Ryan, to whip her behind to get her in line. She was like, you didn't tell my husband, you told my husband to beat me. Did you know that I was physically abused as a child? And then all the ladies was just like, oh, you said that? Oh my God. Heather was like, did you really say that? Lindsay was like, I can't take it. Tamara was like, I told him that if he ever laid hands on Vicky, if he stole her money, if he did anything to hurt her, I would hurt you. And I was going, oh my God, I do not support domestic violence of any kind. I do not believe that men need to put their hands on women in any capacity. But I will say I don't agree that women need to put their hands on any man. You see some of these women nowadays, these Wendy Williams and Venuses and Queen Latifahs. I'm sorry. If you 6'11" and you got 2 breasts and I'm 5'9" and 180 pounds wet, I'm sorry. If you hit me, I might have to knock you the hell out to save my life. But as far as a man hitting on a woman and a woman hitting on a man, I don't agree with it at all. I will say sometimes you need a little shake. You need a little joke to get you in order. But as far as punching and hitting and all of that, I don't agree with it. I don't know if it's true. I don't have any validity on whether or not, you know, he says that yes, he may have sent that message, but he was drunk and angry. And he did apologize. Vicky's daughter said that she doesn't believe that to be real. And all I have to say is, if he did say it, then he just needs to get some help. But I think that Vicky, who was very adamant that he had never hit her, had never done anything to her, I don't know. I feel like Vicky, there may be some denial there. I think that if everyone around you is saying something about this man that you love so much, you may, even at 51, boo, you may have to take some inventory of your life and be like, you know what, I have to let him go. And basically that's what happened. He was like, you know what, I love you enough to let you go. I don't want to come in between you or any of your children. I don't want to become between you and your friends. They've known you longer, so I love you, but if it's not healthy for you, then I'll leave. And I kind of felt like, okay, on one hand, that was cool. And then on the other hand, if he was ready to let you go like that, he really didn't give a damn about you. But it is what it is. Vicky was crying. They all huddled up, and that was the end of that. So I enjoyed this season's reunion. I enjoyed this season. A lot of drama, which you know I love. And just a lot going on. And I am Team Vicky. You know, I think Vicky, as we all do, have our problems. But honey, you got my support, but you need to leave them, yeah. Check with, sometimes when you dating, boo, you gotta check with your inner circle. And you gotta be like, look, y'all, I'm dating somebody, what y'all think? And allow them to give you some advice and hold you accountable. Because guess what? They're not messing with him, they're not sacking him and all that other goodness that happens in the bedroom. They're not sleeping with him. So they can see it from an objective standpoint. So and that's to anybody. That's not just Vicky's old self. But honey, it was a good episode. It was a good reunion and a good season. So I definitely loved that. And make sure you guys like this video, subscribe to this channel, and leave your comments down below. I have been loving the comments. Y'all have been giving me so much life with these comments, and I always love the support. And I want to shout out the guy who told me, I think it was in one of my R&B Divas reviews, who was like, you know, you're trying to be like a fake Medea. Let me just make one thing clear. First of all, I'm not trying to be the next or fake anybody. I am the first and real Daniel J. And I have talked like this and acted like this all my life. You can ask my mother. You can ask my best friend. You can ask my church family. They all know I'm crazy. And Tyler Perry wasn't the first one to talk like that. Hell, the person that he made Medea off of was somebody that's real, that really talk like that, because there's a lot of us that talk like this. So y'all stop with this whole, oh, you trying to act like so-and-so. Allow people to be themselves. No one is the first to do anything in this world, okay? So make sure you visit onthejspot.com if you want to get up with new blogs or videos or the radio show. And make sure you follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Daniel J. And I will see you guys on the next video because I love you so much. Deuces, my mooses, later.
Danyol, Daniel J, that's my name. Danyol.